Round 1 begins.
Night falls.
Referee, Gargoyle, open your eyes. A teammate is alive. You cannot carry a blade tonight. Who do you inspect?
Quinn inspected Frank's role. Guard.
Referee, Gargoyle, close your eyes. Referee, Werewolves, open your eyes. Werewolf internal discussion begins. Discussion order, Victor, Sam, Grace.
Ew.
Werewolf discussion round 1 begins.
All right, team. Let's get a head start. We have Quinn at seat 3 as our gargoyle, which is a massive advantage for us. I think we should target seat 11 for the kill tonight. It's a safe bet to try and pick off a potential power roll early. Grace, since you're at 7, why don't you prepare to fake claim Seer tomorrow? If you can stir the pot and force the real Seer to come out, it makes my job much easier. As the alpha, I'm happy to play a logical villager role for now. But if things get messy, or the real Seer starts sniffing around Quinn or me, I'll just self-destruct and take the biggest threat down with me. Sam, you just focus on blending in and supporting Grace's claim. Let's aim for 11 and see if we can bait out the witch's antidote early.
Victor, targeting seat 11 sounds solid. It's a good spot to possibly hit a power roll or at least force the witch's hand early. Grace, I'll back you up hard tomorrow when you claim Seer. I'll play confused villager who's leaning into your vision. Just give us a clear story to rally behind. I'm ready to blend in and push any counter-narratives that help us.
Yeah, I'm good with hitting 11 tonight. That's a clean middle-ish seat, and we might clip a power roll, or at least smoke out the witch. Day 1, I'll hard open as Seer. I'll say I checked someone low risk, so I don't get insta-CC'd. My plan? I fake a check on say 2 or 9 as good. Keep it safe first day, then later I can start pushing a red on whoever the town already suspects. Victor, you play the super reasonable villager who doesn't fully trust me, but kinda believes me for now. That sells it. Sam, you follow my line but not too eagerly. Look like you're thinking for yourself while still defending my claim. If a real Seer jumps out, we all dogpile them as jumping to grab cop claim too early. If someone randomly wolf pings Quinn, I'll try to steer suspicion off 3 and onto some quiet seed instead. For now, kill 11. I'll prep the Seer script and come out early in the day to grab tempo.
Werewolf discussion round 1 ends. Werewolf discussion round 2 begins.
All right. Looks like we're all on the same page. We lock in the kill on seat 11. Grace, your plan to fake Seer with a safe good check on 2 or 9 is perfect. It builds credibility without stepping on too many toes immediately. I'll play the role of the cautious villager who questions the timing but eventually finds your logic sound. That earned trust usually looks better than immediate blind faith. Sam, stay low and act like you're just trying to figure things out. If the witch saves 11, don't sweat it. It just means her antidote is gone. If 11 dies, even better. Let's stay sharp and coordinate our votes based on how the room reacts to Grace's claim. Lock in 11 and let's get to work.
All right, lock in seat 11 for the kill. Grace, your fake Seer plan is solid. Claiming a good on 2 or 9 gives you room to maneuver. Tomorrow I'll play it cautious. I'll act a bit skeptical at first, then slowly come around to your side as the discussion unfolds. Like I'm being convinced by your logic. If anyone pushes back hard on you, I'll subtly defend you while shifting suspicion onto quieter players. Maybe seat 4 or 10. If 11 survives because of the witch's antidote, no big deal. We just burned it early. Either way, let's stick together and control the narrative.
All right, I'll keep it tight. We're locked on 11, that part's done. For tomorrow, I'll stick to the fake Seer script we just set up, but I'll refine it a bit so it sounds natural. I'm planning to come out early day 1 as Seer and say, I checked seat 9 last night, result good. I'd rather not touch 2 now because it's too close to Quinn at 3. If 2 and 3 ever get bundled together in logic, that's awkward. Checking 9 keeps us away from our own seats and still sounds random enough. My tone tomorrow, confident but not overbearing. I'll say I didn't want to risk a random red on night 1 because it's easy for wolves to hide behind that, so I took a safe check to build a pool of confirmed good. That gives a reason for only giving a good result. Victor, you keep playing the reasonable skeptic, like, Grace's claim sounds okay, but we shouldn't fully lock in. Let's see if behavior matches later. That makes my claim look more legit, because even my supporters aren't blindly following. Sam, you slowly drift to trusting me as the day goes. Echo my logic, but don't echo my exact words. Just push that 9 is lightly towny because of my check. If anyone counterclaims Seer, we hammer them hard. Why would a real Seer jump out this early just to contest a same-side good check on 9? That's suicidal town play. Looks like a wolf panic CC. I'll double down and refuse to back off my claim. For now, I won't pre-assign any red result. I'll wait to see who the table already hates. Then later I can check them red on a future night to push a misvote. So plan is set. Kill 11 tonight. I claim Seer with a good check on 9 tomorrow. We frame the narrative around my claim and use Victor's cautious villager and Sam's gradual believer to sell it.
And werewolf discussion round 2 ends. Werewolf internal discussion ends. Victor, Sam, Grace, target Eve.
Referee. Eve is in the dying state.
Referee, werewolves, close your eyes.
Referee. Guard. Open your eyes.
Frank protected nobody.
Referee, guard, close your eyes.
Referee. Witch, open your eyes. Referee. Witch, will you use the poison? Who is your target?
Referee, which will you use the antidote?
Referee. Last night, Eve was killed by the werewolves.
Zach decided not to use the poison. Zach used the antidote to revive Eve.
Referee. Last night, Eve was revived.
Referee, which, close your eyes.
Referee. Seer, open your eyes.
Matthew inspected Jason and found they are town faction.
Referee. Seer, close your eyes. Referee. Hunter, open your eyes.
Referee, Hunter, close your eyes.
Night ends. Daytime begins.
Referee, last night was peaceful.
The speaking phase begins. Speaking order will start randomly. Speak in order. The speaking order is Zach, Victor, Sam, Grace, Liam, Kate, Jason, Eve, Matthew, Frank, Henry, Quinn.
Peaceful night, huh? That's interesting. Means either a save or the wolves whiffed. I'm glad we're all here, but let's not get complacent. Everyone speak up. We need to sniff out any shady behavior fast. A peaceful night is definitely a win for us right out of the gate. Whether it was the witch or a lucky guard, someone did their job. I'm with Zach. We need to hear from everyone. I don't have much to go on yet, so I'm just going to listen and see who steps up with some real talk. I'm especially curious about the players later in the order. Let's see if anyone's got a lead or some actual info to share.
Okay. Peaceful night is good news for us. Means someone did their job right. I'm with Victor. We gotta hear from everyone now. No one should stay quiet. Wolves love hiding in silence. I'm just a regular villager trying to figure this out, so I'm gonna listen closely to what everyone says, especially the folks speaking after me. Let's see who actually contributes and who's just filling air.
All right. I'm just gonna open straight. I'm claiming Seer. Last night I checked 9. Result is good. Reason I didn't gamble a red on night 1 is simple. Throwing out a random wolf this early just gives real wolves a chance to hide in chaos. I'd rather lock in a reliable good and build a circle slowly. So for me right now, 9 is off limits today, unless something insanely weird happens. I want to hear 9's speech later, but I'm treating them as town for now. Front seats 4 to 6 were pretty flat. Victor and Sam both spoke by the book. No slips, but not much info either. After everyone finishes this round of speeches, I'll come back with my vote recommendation for today. Let me leave this here. If anyone wants to contest my Seer claim, carefully about why you jump out and challenge me when all I did was report a single green check without calling for anyone's elimination.
Grace jumps Seer. Interesting. Checking 9 as good on night 1 is safe, I guess. Not exactly the most informative play when we could have found a wolf.
Look, I'm not saying you're fake, Grace, but anyone can claim they checked someone good. It's the perfect cover. No way to verify it immediately. If you're real, great. We've got a confirmed villager in Tate, but I'm gonna need more than one green check before I fully buy in. Kate's speech coming up should be telling. If she seems shocked or defensive about being checked, that might actually support Grace's claim. But for now, I'm keeping my vote options open. The wolves are probably laughing at us arguing over this, while they sit back quietly.
Wait, Grace checked me? Okay, well, I can confirm that result is accurate because I am just a villager. So, from my seat, Grace's claim actually holds water. I know I'm good, so if she's saying she got that result on me, that's a point in her favor being real. Liam, I get the skepticism, but here's the thing. Why would a fake seer check seat 9 on night 1? That's random as hell. If Grace was a wolf faking seer, wouldn't she pick someone more central or strategic to verify? Checking me feels actually kinda genuine. Look, I don't have any power role info to share. I'm literally just a villager trying to piece this together like everyone else. But since I know my own card, and Grace got it right, I'm inclined to believe her claim. The real question is, who would want to cast doubt on a seer who only reported one green check? That feels wolfy to me. Grace didn't even push anyone out. She just gave us one safe person. Why attack that unless you're scared of a real seer? I'm watching the back half of speakers closely.
Grace drops Seer, and Kate confirms she's good? All right, I'm buying it for now. Kate's reaction felt real. She seemed genuinely surprised, not like she was ready with a script. And honestly, Liam, your pushback is weird. Grace didn't even point fingers at anyone, just gave us one confirmed townie. Why are you so pressed about that? Look, checking a villager night 1 isn't flashy, but it's smart. You build a trusted core, not chaos. If Grace wanted to fake Seer as a wolf, she'd probably throw out a fake red check to get us fighting. I'm watching seats 11, 12, and 1 through 3 real close now. Wolves could easily be laying low in those spots, letting us debate this Seer claim while they coast. Grace, if you're real, and I think you are, stay alive and keep checking. We need you. Who's trying to undermine a Seer on day 1 with 0 counterclaims?
Hey everyone, it's Eve here. I gotta say, I'm leaning toward believing Grace's Seer claim. Kate's reaction felt real to me, kinda caught off guard, which is hard to fake. Liam, I get being cautious, but jumping on Grace this hard when she's just giving us a safe name? That's raising my eyebrows a bit. Feels like you're stirring doubt for no good reason. I'm with Jason on this. Grace, if you're the real deal, keep doing your thing. We need those checks. For now, I'm keeping my eyes on the quieter folks, and anyone pushing back too hard on a Seer who hasn't even accused anyone yet. Wolves are probably sitting back, loving this mess. Let's not give them that satisfaction.
All right, I'm gonna cut through this. I'm the Seer at 12. Night 1, I checked 10 Jason, and he's town. So yeah, we've got a Seer claim already at 7. I'm not here to do maybe. I'm telling you straight. Grace is lying or got played. And the whole safe green check speech is exactly what a wolf does to look responsible. Jason's been pushing hard for Grace and shading anyone who doubts her, which is funny because I literally have him as town. So I'm not calling Jason a wolf, but I am saying stop letting a cleared townie get used as a megaphone for a fake Seer. For today, I want pressure on 7 Grace first. If you're town, you don't ignore a hard counterclaim with a clean green. And Kate at 9, your I can confirm I'm villager doesn't confirm Grace. It only confirms you know your own card. Okay, hold up. 2 Seer claims now. Grace at 7 and Matthew at 12? Look, here's my read. Grace claimed first, gave us a green check on Kate. That takes guts if you're a wolf. You're putting yourself out there before anyone else. Matthew's counterclaim comes after watching half the table defend Grace. That's convenient. If you're a real Seer, why wait until the very end to counter? You saw Grace claim, you saw people buying it, and then you jump in. And Matthew, your logic about Kate is weird. Don't get cocky. She's just saying her card matches the check. That's not cocky. That's literally confirming facts. I'm not ready to vote yet, but right now Grace's claim feels more organic. Matthew's timing smells like a wolf who saw an opportunity to create chaos.
Liam, you were skeptical of Grace from the jump, before any counterclaim. That's interesting. Either you've got good instincts or you're nervous about a real seer. We still need to hear from Henry and Quinn. Let's see what they bring before we lock in votes.
2 seers already? Man, this escalated fast. Matthew, I'm looking at you and the timing just feels off. You sat there through 5 or 6 people talking, watched Grace get a bunch of support, and then decided to claim? If you're the real seer, you usually don't let a fake one lead the room for that long. It feels like you were waiting to see which way the wind was blowing before jumping in to cause chaos. And Liam, you were jumping down Grace's throat before Matthew even opened his mouth. It's like you were trying to prep the field for a counterclaim. Kate at 9 says she's a villager, and Grace's check matches that. Matthew, your check on Jason feels like you're just trying to win over a loud player who is already being active. I'm a simple villager, but my gut is telling me Grace is the real deal, and Matthew is just reacting. I'm leaning toward voting 12, or maybe Liam if he keeps acting this twitchy. Quinn, you're the last one. What's your take on this mess?
Okay, 2 seers? This is wild. Look, I've been sitting here watching this whole thing unfold, and Matthew, your timing is suspicious as hell. Grace puts herself out there first, gets support from half the table, and then you jump in with your counter? If you're the real seer, why didn't you shut this down immediately? Why let a fake seer build credibility for like 6 speeches? And here's the thing. Grace checked Kate. Kate confirms she's a villager. That's verifiable from Kate's perspective. Matthew, you checked Jason, who's been loud and active defending Grace. Of course you pick someone vocal to try and win them over. That feels calculated, man. Liam, you were all over Grace before Matthew even opened his mouth. Were you like expecting a counterclaim? That's sketchy. I'm with Frank and Henry on this. Grace's claim feels organic, came first, and has the reaction from Kate backing it up. Matthew feels like a wolf who saw an opportunity and jumped on it. I'm voting 12 today. Matthew's gotta go. If I'm wrong, fine, but that timing is just too convenient.
The speaking phase ends. Voting phase begins.
Frank votes for Matthew.
Henry votes for Matthew.
Quinn votes for Matthew.
Zach votes for Matthew.
Victor votes for Matthew.
Sam votes for Matthew.
Grace votes for Matthew.
Liam votes for Matthew.
Kate votes for Matthew.
Jason votes for Matthew.
Eve votes for Matthew.
Matthew votes for Grace.
Voting phase ends.
Matthew is voted out. Referee, Matthew's death causes first round vote out.
Final words phase begins.
All right, you all just hard through it. I'm Seer at 12, check 10 Jason equals town. Remember that when you wake up and realize Grace's safe green on 9 was the easiest fake claim on earth. If you're town, you do not let a counterclaim get steamrolled by vibes. Jason being town doesn't make Grace real. It just means she successfully hid behind a loud good player. Tomorrow, if you've got any brains left, you vote 7 Grace, and you start side-eyeing the people who are way too eager to pile on me with 0 thought. Especially 8 Liam riding the I'm skeptical line early, like he was setting the table for this exact vote.
Final words phase ends. Daytime ends.
Round 1 ends.
Round 2 begins. Night falls. Referee, Gargoyle, open your eyes. A teammate is alive. You cannot carry a blade tonight. Who do you inspect?
Quinn inspected Liam's role. Villager.
Referee, Gargoyle, close your eyes. Referee, Werewolves, open your eyes. Werewolf internal discussion begins. Discussion order, Victor, Sam, Grace.
Ew.
Werewolf discussion round 1 begins.
That was a textbook play, team. Getting the real Seer out on day 1 without losing a single one of us is a massive head start. The town is completely sold on Grace's claim, especially with Kate backing it up. We need to keep this momentum going and protect Grace's credibility at all costs. I suggest we target 8 Liam for the kill tonight. He was the only one showing real backbone and skepticism towards Grace before Matthew even opened his mouth. If he's a power role like the Witch or Hunter, he's the most likely to cause us trouble or throw a poison Grace's way. Removing the loudest skeptic makes Grace's life much easier tomorrow. We should leave Jason 10 alone for now, since the real Seer cleared him. Killing him immediately looks like a classic wolf revenge move, and might make people rethink Matthew's dying words. Grace, for your investigation tomorrow, I think you should check 6 Sam and call him good. This starts building a core of confirmed players that actually includes our own team. If we only clear real villagers, we don't actually gain any ground when the circle starts shrinking. Having Sam cleared gives him a lot of leverage to lead the votes. I'll keep playing the part of the reasonable villager who was convinced by the evidence. Sam, stay steady. Quinn, I hope your investigation tonight lands on the Witch or the Guard, so we can plan our next move.
All right. Locking in Liam at 8 for the kill tonight sounds perfect. He was the only one with real skepticism before Matthew even claimed, so taking him out removes a major threat to Grace's credibility, and could easily be a power role like Witch or Hunter. I'm fully on board. Grace checking me and calling me good tomorrow is brilliant. It gives me a solid shield to operate behind. I'll play up being a confirmed villager and start steering votes more aggressively. I can push narratives like, we need to look at the quieter seats now that the loud skeptic is gone, or subtly defend our team if anyone gets suspicious. For my daytime persona, I'll stick to my villager claim. No need to claim anything else. Being a cleared villager gives me enough credibility. I'll focus on supporting Grace's narrative, maybe gently questioning Jason or Kate if needed to see if they slip up. But overall, just blend in and help control the vote. Quinn, hope your investigation hits gold tonight. If you find the Witch or Guard, we can plan our next kills perfectly.
Yeah. Liam at 8 is the cleanest hit here. I'm with that. He was the only one who actually pushed back on my Seer claim before the CC showed up, and Matthew even name-dropped him in his last words. If he's Witch or Hunter, he's the likeliest to mess with me. And if he's just a sharp villager, all the more reason to delete him now, before he becomes the one guy who doubted Grace from the start. About my fake checks, I like the idea of pulling one of us into the golden circle, but I don't want to do it too fast. If I chain 9 good, 6 good, back-to-back, and 6 suddenly becomes super aggressive, some sharp town players might start side-eyeing engines. 1. Stick to Victor's line. I come out tomorrow and say I checked 6 Sam, result good. Then we sell a tight core, 6 plus 9 as my double greens, Jason as likely good from the dead Seer, and me as the center. That lets Sam start pushing with a shield. 2. Slightly slower. I check someone outside the wolf team, like 2 or 4, report them as good, and save the red check for the 3rd day. See how the board tilts before deciding who takes the blame. Downside is our core only has 9 as a publicly confirmed bid player, not as stable as vouching for our own. Given we already executed the real Seer, and town is heavily biased in my favor, I think we can afford the greed. Let's go with check 6 good tomorrow. If later someone questions why do you keep checking good people, I'll say, night 1 I was afraid of misfiring, so I locked in 1 good first. Night 2, Matthew just got voted out, so I needed to prioritize confirming someone on my side with a normal mindset. Build the townie pool first, then consider gambling on a red check. For daytime tempo, I'll take the lead. After Liam dies, I'll emphasize another peaceful night. Either the wolf's kill hit a guard or antidote save, or maybe a hunter witch tanked the hit, and casually throw shade at whoever Matthew mentioned in his last words. I'll lightly push the angle that 8 was probably a good villager who got misled, keeping the blame on Matthew's side. I'll keep defending 9 and my newly checked 6 as my rock-solid townies, and steer everyone to look for wolves among 1, 2, 4, 10, 11. Sam, tomorrow just follow the plan. Start out cautious, then accept the checked good identity I give you. Start publicly siding with me and helping guide votes, but don't go too hard like you're leading a charge. Wait until day 3 before we let you get more aggressive. Victor, keep playing that rational but leaning toward trusting me townie angle. Drop a line like, if Grace is really a wolf, then her acting is insanely good, now and then to help suppress doubt. To sum up, tonight we knife 8. Don't touch 10 to avoid matching Matthew's perspective. Tomorrow, I report checked 6 good. we build another layer of defense around our core, and then push together against the people Matthew's last words pointed at. Prioritize finding a votable target among the front seats, 1, 2, 4.
Werewolf discussion round 1 ends. Werewolf discussion round 2 begins.
Everything is lining up perfectly. Locking in the kill on 8 Liam is the smartest move we can make right now. He was the only one really trying to poke holes in Grace's story before the real Seer even showed up, so removing him shuts down the only logical voice the town has left. Plus, if he's the witch or hunter, we're taking out a major threat before they can react. Grace, I'm totally on board with you, clearing 6 Sam tonight. Having 2 confirmed townies in your pocket, Kate at 9 and Sam at 6, makes your claim look bulletproof. It also gives Sam the green light to be more assertive in the discussion without being questioned. Sam, once Grace gives you that gold star tomorrow, start subtly pointing fingers at the quieter players, like 1 or 4. We want to keep the town's focus away from the back half of the table where Quinn is sitting. I'll continue playing the reasonable villager, who's now fully convinced by Grace's accuracy. If anyone tries to bring up Matthew's last words, I'll just remind them that deathbed desperation is a classic wolf tactic to sow doubt. Let's keep this momentum. Target is 8, Grace clears 6, and we control the room tomorrow.
Yeah. Locking in Liam at 8 is solid. He was pushing back hard on Grace before anyone else even blinked, so cutting him out makes perfect sense tonight. Grace's plan to clear me tomorrow works well. Having 2 confirmed townies under her wing makes her story unshakable now that Matthew's gone. I'll play it cool tomorrow, except being cleared with some humility at first. Thanks for checking me. Then start gently nudging conversations toward quieter seats, like Frank at 1 or Zach at 4, if they don't step up early enough.
Yeah, everything's already lined up. I'm not changing a thing. Nightblade stays on 8 Liam. Don't overthink it. He was the only one who dared to doubt me before the CC, and he even got name-dropped in Matthew's last words. Whether he's power or just sharp town, he's bad for us long-term, so we delete him now and keep my Seer seat clean. My script for tomorrow is fixed. I'll set 6 Sam last night, result good. That gives me a neat triangle, me plus 9 plus 6 as my light circle. Day tone tomorrow. I'll open something like, last night I checked 6, result is good. Now 6 and 9 are both rock-solid good in my view. I'll frame Liam's death as either, the wolves didn't dare touch my confirmed good players, or maybe they knifed someone on the wrong side who got misled, and keep shifting the blame onto 12's side, saying Matthew's last words pointing at 8 actually makes 8 look more like a good player who got led astray. I'll aggressively defend 6 and 9, saying anyone who wants to challenge my 2 green checks can step over me first. Keep playing that Seer with conviction and backbone. Sam, after I report you as good tomorrow, act natural. Start a bit surprised, like, didn't expect to get checked, then gradually accept the identity and start building some momentum. But don't go from bystander to commander overnight. That's too abrupt. You can focus on grilling 1 and 4, the quieter seats, saying wolves are more likely hiding in these comfortable positions, and help us push votes in that direction. Victor, keep doing the convinced by logic, leaning toward trusting me, good player act. Occasionally shield me from the, what if Grace is just a really good wolf actress voices, and emphasize a real wolf wouldn't jump Seer this aggressively on day 1 and get the real Seer voted out. In short, tonight we kill 8, no changes. Tomorrow I report 6 as checked good. The 3 of us, me plus 6 plus 9, huddle up and push forward together. Prioritize finding a weak link among the front seat vanilla players to focus fire on and lock the game down for good.
And werewolf discussion round 2 ends. Werewolf internal discussion ends. Victor, Sam, Grace, target Liam.
Referee, Liam is in the dying state.
Referee, werewolves, close your eyes. Referee, guard, open your eyes.
Referee, Liam's death causes werewolf kill.
Frank protected Grace.
Referee, guard, close your eyes. Referee, witch, open your eyes. Referee, the witch has already used the antidote. Referee, witch, will you use the poison? Who is your target?
Zach poisoned Sam.
Referee, Sam's death causes. Which poison?
Referee, witch, close your eyes. Referee, seer, open your eyes.
Referee, Matthew is already dead. Skipping their turn.
Referee, seer, close your eyes. Referee, hunter, open your eyes. Referee, hunter, close your eyes. Night ends. Daytime begins.
Referee, last night Sam was killed.
Referee, last night Liam was killed.
The speaking phase begins. Speak in order. The speaking order is Grace, Kate, Jason, Eve, Frank, Henry, Quinn, Zach, Victor.
All right, I wake up to a double death. One of them is 6, who I was about to report as checked good last night, and the other is 8, the only one who dared to openly question me, both carried out in one night. Let me put my stance out here first. Last night I checked 6. Result was good. Now 6 is gone, and from my perspective he left as a confirmed townie in the seer's eyes. Go back and look at his speech. It was standard good player logic, siding with town, and that lines up with my check result. Now look at 8. Yesterday he didn't trust me from the start, and Matthew even name-dropped him in his last words, telling everyone to be suspicious of him. Then 8 gets killed overnight. Either the wolves deliberately played along with Matthew's narrative to set up a frame job, or 8 was just a normal good player the real wolves used as a scapegoat. Either way, Matthew's narrative of 7 is wolf, 8 is suspicious, is crumbling even harder in my eyes now. So my position today is simple. 9 is my night 1 green check, rock solid. 6 is my night 2 green check. He died carrying my confirmed good stamp. 8, I lean toward being a good player the real wolves conveniently used to muddy the waters. For the remaining wolves, I'll start looking among players who haven't been constrained by any perspective and have low presence. Seats like 1, 2, 4, who had comfortable positions yesterday and played it safe with their words. I want you all to lay out your logic today, get into the details, and stop hiding behind just following the majority to trust 7. I'm getting a little heated now, to be honest. Whoever still wants to rehash the Matthew was the real seer and Grace is the wolf line today, I'll straight up put you in the priority wolf pit. A real wolf wouldn't jump Seer this aggressively on day 1, tank the entire table's votes to get a counterclaimer voted out, and then overnight still swing the knife at their own checked players. I'll leave it here for now. After everyone's done speaking, I'll come back with a clear vote recommendation.
2 deaths? What the hell happened last night? Okay, so Grace says she checked Sam as good on night 2, and now Sam's dead. That's actually kinda sad, because if Grace is real, and I know she got me right, then we just lost another confirmed good. And Liam, the guy who questioned Grace early, gets taken out too? Look, I didn't love Liam's vibe yesterday, but this pattern feels weird. Wolves killing both the person Grace checked and the guy who doubted her? That's either them trying to mess with our heads, or, I don't know. It's confusing. But here's what I do know. Grace got my card right. I'm a villager. She said I'm good. That's a fact. So unless someone wants to tell me I don't know my own role, I'm sticking with Grace being real. Matthew's last words were dramatic, but he's gone. If he was real Seer, why would wolves kill off Grace's checks? Wouldn't they just kill Grace? This feels like wolves creating chaos while hiding in the quiet spots. Grace, I hear you on seats 1, 2, 4 being too comfortable yesterday. Frank, Henry, Zach, you guys were pretty safe with your votes. I want to hear more from you today, especially about why this double death happened. Also, where are Victor and the others on this? Don't just coast on yesterday's momentum. Wolves are clearly making moves. I'm watching everyone closely, but I trust Grace. If you want to vote her out, you better have a really good reason.
Double death? Damn it. Sam and Liam both gone. This has to be witch poison, right? No other way we lose 2 in one night. Grace, I believe you checked Sam as good. The wolves killing your check target actually supports you being real. They're trying to mess with our confirmed townies. And taking out Liam who doubted you? That's wolves creating confusion. Look, Matthew's dead and gone. His whole Grace is fake angle died with him. If Grace was a wolf, why would her team kill both her check and the guy questioning her? Makes no sense. Victor at 5. You've been way too quiet, man. Yesterday you just agreed with everyone and voted Matthew. What's your actual read? Are you coasting? And Frank, Henry, you guys jumped on the Matthew wagon real quick yesterday. That was right. But now what? Don't just hide behind "we believed Grace." Give us something real. Grace has given us Kate as confirmed good, and she tried to confirm Sam before he died. That's more than anyone else has done. We need to find these wolves now before they pick us apart. I'm looking hard at seats 1, 2, 4, 5, the comfortable ones who haven't taken any real stance. Who poisoned last night? Speak up if you're the witch. We need coordination, or we're screwed.
Hey everyone, Eve here. 2 deaths last night, that's brutal. Sam and Liam both gone, just hits hard. Grace, I'm still with you. Checking Sam is good before he got taken out makes me trust you even more. Wolves targeting your check feels like they're desperate to throw us off. And Liam getting hit too, that's gotta be them messing with our heads, especially since he was doubting you early. Jason, I'm with you on the quiet ones. Victor at 5, you've barely said anything useful. What's your deal? Same with Frank at 1 and Henry at 2. You guys followed the crowd yesterday, but where's your actual input now? We can't afford passengers when we're dropping like this. I'm sticking with Grace. Kate's confirmation and now Sam's death fitting her story, that's solid to me. If anyone's still pushing the Matthew was real angle, I'm side-eyeing you hard. Wolves are hiding among the silent ones, and we gotta flush them out before they pick us off one by one.
All right, I've been listening to all this, and I need to say something. First off, I protected Grace last night. Yeah, I'm the guard. I didn't protect anyone night 1 following standard play. But after watching Matthew's sketchy late claim yesterday, I believed Grace was real. And guess what? Grace is still alive this morning. Make of that what you will. Now, double death. Sam and Liam. That's either witch poison plus wolf kill, or something else entirely. If witch is out there, we need you to speak up about who you poisoned, because that changes everything about where the wolves are sitting. Here's my read. Wolves killed Sam because he was Grace's check. They're trying to erase her confirmed townies. Liam getting hit? That could be witch making a move, or wolves playing mind games. But here's what's really bothering me. Victor at 5. You've been coasting since day 1. I'm just gonna listen. I don't have much to go on. That's wolf behavior, my friend. You voted Matthew with 0 independent analysis, and now you're still saying nothing. Say something useful, or you're my top suspect. Zach at 4, you too. First to speak yesterday, said basically nothing, then hopped on the Matthew wagon. Real convenient. I'm guard, I protected Grace, she's alive. I'm betting on her being real Seer. Now someone tell me who poisoned Liam.
Whoa, double death. That's a lot to wake up to. Frank, you're claiming guard? If you really protected Grace, that explains why the wolves didn't just take out the Seer they supposedly hate. It makes sense, but it also puts a huge target on your back, man. But that double death means the witch definitely used their poison. Grace says Sam was her check, so if the wolves killed Sam, they're clearly trying to strip away the people we're told are safe. But what about Liam? He was the loudest voice against Grace yesterday. Did the witch poison him because he looked like a wolf setting up Matthew's counterclaim? Or did the wolves kill him to make Grace look suspicious today? We really need the witch to give us some clarity on that, if they're comfortable. I'm looking at Victor at 5 and Zach at 4 now. Everyone's pointing at them for being quiet. And honestly, I get it. Yesterday was a whirlwind, and you guys just kind of drifted through it. We need more than just "I'm listening" today. If you're town, start taking some risks with your logic. I'm still leaning towards Grace being legit, because Frank's guard claim fixed the puzzle of her still being alive. If Frank was a wolf, why claim guard now and tie himself to Grace? It feels like he's actually trying to protect the lead we have. Quinn, you're after me. What do you think about Frank jumping out? Does it feel like a real save or a wolf play?
Frank, you're claiming guard now? After 2 people drop? That's actually kind of ballsy, man. Look, if you really protected Grace last night and that's why she's alive, okay, that tracks. But also, why didn't you protect her night 1? You're saying standard play, but Grace jumped out as Seer on day 1. If you believed her then, why not protect immediately? Whatever, I'm not going to grill you too hard, because at least you're giving us something concrete. More than some people here. The double death is wild. Sam was Grace's check. That sucks. We lost a confirmed good. And Liam, I mean, he was skeptical of Grace early, but honestly, looking back, that could have just been normal caution. Witch probably made a call there. Here's what I'm seeing. Grace is still alive. Frank claims guard protection. Kate was checked good on night 1 and confirms it. That's 3 people in a chain that makes sense. Unless they're all lying, which seems like a stretch. I'm buying Grace as real Seer. But Zach at 4 and Victor at 5. You guys need to speak up. Zach, you kicked off day 1 with basically, let's be careful everyone, and then vanished into the vote pile. Victor, you've been Mr. Neutral Observer for 2 rounds now. If you're town, take a damn stance. Who do you think is a wolf? What's your read on Frank's guard claim? Don't just float. I'm watching you both hard today. We can't afford passengers when we're bleeding townies like this.
All right, listen up. 2 decks overnight. Sam and Liam. That's rough. I'm sitting here trying to piece this together like everyone else. First off, Grace, I'm still with you. You checked Kate day 1, she confirmed it. You checked Sam last night before he died. That's a solid track record so far. And Frank jumping out as guard? If you really protected Grace last night, that explains why she's still breathing. It's a risky claim to make as a wolf, so for now I'm buying it. But let's talk about last night's double kill. One has to be the wolf kill. Probably Liam, since he was questioning Grace hard yesterday. And the other? Well, someone used poison. Witch is out there making moves. If you poisoned someone last night and feel comfortable sharing clues later through voting patterns or reads, do it smartly. We need coordination. Now about me being quiet yesterday? Yeah, okay fine. I spoke first day 1, because someone had to kick things off when we had 0 info. But after that wild Seer clash between Grace and Matthew, honestly I didn't see a reason to jump into the noise when half the table was already dissecting it. Voting Matthew felt right, because his counterclaim timing stank. But today, we got bodies on the ground, no more coasting. Victor at 5-man, you gotta give us something real today. Just listening doesn't cut it anymore when we're dropping 2 per night. Same goes for anyone else sitting pretty without taking risks. My gut says wolves are hiding among those playing it safe while we chase our tails over dead Matthew. Let's focus on who isn't helping us find them.
All right, enough with the Victor is too quiet narrative. I was quiet because day 1 was a total circus and I didn't want to add to the noise while trying to figure out if Matthew was actually the Seer or just a really bad liar. I voted for him because his timing was garbage, and I still stand by that. You call it coasting, I call it not being a sheep. Frank, I'm watching you. Claiming guard now is a big move. If you're real, you're our MVP. If you're a wolf, trying to buy a confirmed status by protecting the Seer everyone already believes, it's a genius play. I'm not 100% sold on the standard play excuse for night 1, but I'm not voting you today. Losing Sam is a huge blow. He was a gold check from Grace, and the wolves clearly took him out to shrink our circle of trust. As for Liam, that's almost certainly a misfire from the witch. Liam was just a guy with a healthy dose of skepticism, and now he's gone. I'm a regular villager. I don't have a shield or a crystal ball. If you want to vote me out because I'm not as loud as Jason, go ahead, but you're just doing the wolves' work for them. I'm looking at the people who are trying to lead the charge a bit too eagerly. Zach, your I spoke first so I'm good defense is pretty thin. I'm ready to follow Grace's lead, but let's actually look at the people who haven't been checked yet, instead of just picking the easiest target.
The speaking phase ends. Voting phase begins.
Frank votes for Victor.
Henry votes for Victor.
Quinn votes for Zach.
Zach votes for Victor.
Victor votes for Zach.
Grace votes for Zach.
Kate votes for Victor.
Jason votes for Victor.
Eve votes for Victor.
Voting phase ends.
Victor is voted out. Referee, Victor's death causes. First round vote out. Referee, activate your skill. Victor, who do you take with you? Victor takes Frank with them.
Frank was dragged away by the skill. Referee, Frank's death causes. AlphaWolf day shot.
Final words phase begins.
Wow. Incredible job, everyone. You really played yourselves. I'm the hunter, and you just wasted a day vote and a power roll because I didn't talk enough to satisfy Jason's ego. Frank, your guard claim felt like a wolf trying to buy a confirmed status by clinging to Grace. And I'm not leaving the Seer's safety to chance. If I'm going out, I'm taking you with me to make sure you aren't a wolf sitting in a power seat. Grace, you're the only one who's actually been right this whole game. Everyone else, stop chasing shadows and listen to the Seer. You've already lost the real hunter today. Try not to lose the rest of the game. Good luck. You're definitely going to need it.
Final words phase ends. Daytime ends. And the words round 2 ends. Round 3 begins. Night falls. Referee, Gargoyle, open your eyes. A teammate is alive. You cannot carry a blade tonight. Who do you inspect?
Quinn inspected Henry's role. Villager.
Referee, Gargoyle, close your eyes. Referee, Werewolves, open your eyes. Grace target Eve.
Referee. Eve's death causes werewolf kill.
Referee, Werewolves, close your eyes. Referee, Guard, open your eyes.
Referee, Frank is already dead, skipping their turn.
Referee, Guard, close your eyes. Referee, Witch, open your eyes. Referee, the witch has used both antidote and poison, skipping the turn. Referee, Witch, close your eyes. Referee, Seer, open your eyes.
Referee, Matthew is already dead, skipping their turn.
Referee, Seer, close your eyes. Referee, Hunter, open your eyes. Referee, Hunter, close your eyes. Night ends. Daytime begins.
Referee, last night Eve was killed. Referee, activate your skill. Eve, who do you take with you? Eve took Zach with them.
Zach was taken away by a skill. Referee, Zach's death causes Hunter Night Shot.
Checking victory conditions. Referee, all good special rolls are gone. The werewolves win. Victory check complete.